I think Sanji finally has a chance. This was a good chapter. Anyway, this is your boy Me. Welcome to the channel where anime and manga means more. And this time we're reviewing One Piece chapter 692. Luffy sends Caesar flying with a grizzly magnum. And it doesn't affect him the way I thought it would, you know, Shino Kuni or whatever. The New World brokers aren't too pleased about this. And that deal is done. I know Joker's got to be mad. That whole Shino Kuni, everything, that's done. They wasted it. Looks like MangaMiyn got Shino Kuni'd. Looks like it. It might be a chance that he didn't, but it looks like he was looking for his son and ran through the gas. That's what Brooks says. Because he thought his son was the dragon that they took out. Usopp actually managed to take out all, you know, the whole troop upstairs. And he has a new weapon. Well, it looks pretty much the same, except it has one of those Super Mario, you know, plants on it. You know, those fly traps or whatever from Super Mario Brothers. It's on the tip. Law goes off on Luffy. Now they're planning to escape using this. It's like a train or something like that that they use to transport the sad. They plan on using that to get out of there. And then Law says, "Yo, Luffy, where's Caesar?" He said, "I blasted that guy off. He's somewhere down that tunnel." And he says, "You supposed to catch him?" He said, "Man, he made me mad." He said, "That's all I got to say. I don't care about nothing else. He made me mad." Luffy's not going to be able to, you know, have alliances if he's going off the handle like he usually do with the Straw Hats, you know. Next thing we see, Baby Five and not Joker, Buffalo, they're on their way. Turns out, Baby Five's fiancés with an S were being killed by Joker. Not only that, the towns that they come from was being destroyed, you know, by Joker, you know, Doflamingo. That was crazy. So that's why she went in there, you know, guns blazing and everything. Also, she has a weapon for. We pretty much figured that out. She can turn any part of her body into weapons. And I think she's perfect for the Straw Hats. After this chapter, it solidifies that she can fit into the Straw Hats. Turns out Buffalo has something called the spin fruit or the rotation fruit. And it looks like he can spin parts of his body or something like that. And that's how he flies. But I don't know if he's spinning something that's on his body or whether he got it from the fruit, like such as, what's that dude, Inazumi or whatever. His fruit power was he can cut anything, but his hands turned into scissors. So even though he got a spin fruit, is his body spinning or does he got propellers actually come out from his body from this fruit, or I don't know, but he can spin his body some kind of way where he can actually fly and make, you know, big hurricanes and something like that, big gusts of wind and stuff like that. Joker's team arrived just in time to see, you know, Caesar get blown away. And he hits like this big ship. And Joker's not, he's so happy. He's like, "Oh, y'all got him? Capture that guy right now." He said, "We can keep making sad." So Joker wants to get right back into production. That was crazy. But guess what? They seen Frankie, but he was inside his, the Battle Frankie suit or whatever it was called. I can't, what's it called? Battle Frankie, whatever the suit's called, he was in it. And Frankie's, I guess he was out there trying to find the ship, you know, for them to escape once they get out of there. And he could survive in Shino Kuni. Probably why? Because only part of his body that's real is like his head, I think. You know, and not even all of his head. You see his nose is metal. So he probably only need a mask or something like that to go out on Shino Kuni anyway. You know, and he's inside that Battle Frankie, whatever it's called. So he's good. And maybe since Caesar landed next to him, he's going to be the one that can capture Caesar, you know, instead of Luffy slacking off. He might be strong enough to even take on Buffalo and Baby Five. I don't know if he'd be able to beat them both, but he might be able to hold them off. This was a great chapter. Frankie finally gets revealed. We've been wondering where he's at. Finally find out where this guy at, where he's at, and what he's doing. Finally. That was good. One thing I want to know is, why didn't MangaMiyn use his powers? I know he was going to run into Shino Kuni, but couldn't he have made like, what's those things called? Whatever, those diving suits or something like that, so that when he goes into Shino Kuni, he won't get, you know, frozen in a block of carbonite. So that doesn't make a lot of sense. Couldn't he blown it away with his sword? So, I mean, I can understand him getting, you know, taken in by Shino Kuni, but it should have been a little bit harder, I think, for him to get caught by it. But he probably wasn't thinking because he was looking for his son. looks like they got Caesar. So, you know, Frankie getting Caesar. Frankie probably will get Caesar. That's good. Another thing is Baby 5, she looks more and more like a straw hat now. Why? She got a couple quirks. She goes for any guy, you know, the first guy that asks her out, she wants him. The guy that, you know, that her last fiance that said, will you marry me? He was butt ugly. This guy was tore up. And that's why I say Sanji finally has a chance, because Baby 5 looks good. So Sanji, when he sees her, he's going to go right for her, and she'll be ready to accept it. And not only that, we already know that Luffy and Luffy and Law got to go after Doflamingo. So they already got to go after him, and Baby 5 wants him dead. So when she joins the Straw Hats, and they said that she can't refuse any you know, offer or whatever. So when Luffy says join us or whatever, she'll probably join them. She seems like the perfect candidate, and she's an assassin, and she's a weapons expert. At least she's got to be an expert. She's using all these weapons, and she can. It just fits perfectly. All they have to do is say, hey, yo, Sanji, you know, Sanji. But the crazy thing is, if she doesn't want Sanji, that'd be crazy. That'd be like, man, if, you know, out of all these times, finally somebody that accepts anybody, you know, doesn't even want Sanji. That's crazy. But anyway, what she wants Luffy more than Sanji, I don't know, but it'd be crazy. But she seemed like the perfect member for the Straw Hats. It's a good thing that we're finally in the home stretch. I think we're going to get to, what's his name, Joker first before we get to Big Mom. Probably because Big Mom's got to be stronger than Joker. I mean, she's fun before Yaku, so they probably saving her for later on. Doflamingo, if Luffy fights him and defeats him, that'll get him ready for Big Mom. That will get him ready. Plus, we already know Luffy has come in contact with almost all of Shibukai. You know, he defeated all of them, or he made friends with what's his name, Jinbei and Hancock. The only one left, you know, to confront is Doflamingo. So it seems fitting, like he go, you know, that'd be the next stop, you know, to face Doflamingo. And after that, maybe Baby 5 will join before, after, and then they can go for Big Mom. And Baby 5's got a lot of firepower, as we can see, so she's a good fit for the team. But anyway, go ahead and leave your comment. Let me know what you think. Rate the video, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.